Hello, friends. Welcome to Touched by an Animal's 2020 virtual Thanksgiving celebration of gratitude for all the animals and people who touch our lives. I am Mary John Binder, founder and president of Touched by an Animal, our 37-year-old not-for-profit organization that primarily helps people to keep their beloved companion animals in their homes through health and financial challenges. Our house in Chicago is also known as a special home where cats are persons too. Some feline residents are boarding, while their persons resolve living situations to reclaim them. Some who were rescued by kind, concerned people were brought to us in need of veterinary care and socialization until special adopters come to choose them. How we wish we could celebrate this very special time of Thanksgiving with you in person at the Holiday Inn, as we have so many previous years, enjoying a delicious brunch, showing our current cats and their stories on screen, renewing friendships with guests, and participating in the silent auction of beautifully assembled baskets, donated raffle items, and fun games. Your shared enthusiasm and generous giving provide tremendous affirmation and a strengthening boost into the coming winter challenges for our whole team. For me personally, your kind words, suggestions, and personal stories affirm my resolve to keep helping as many animals and their people as we can. Now, in this strange year of 2020, we still celebrate Thanksgiving and invite you to join us. For every precious little animal in our lives and homes, for each of our donors and loyal supporters who definitely enable Touched by an Animal to continue saying yes to the animals and people in need of help, for the kind and caring people who go out of their way to rescue cats and kittens and persistently make calls until they find us, for our small staff, each of whom treats our feline residents with love, respect, and individual care, often willingly working harder and longer to meet needs, for the cats, kittens, and people who are in the future of Touched by an Animal, for the good people who will indeed be the future of Touched by an Animal with friendship and financial enablements. With the deepest feelings of gratitude, we thank God for these very special blessings. An orphaned kitten cried in the rain. A young man saw and felt its pain. He brought it to us, and we were there for it. Because of you, we could care for it. Please help me. I can't get up today. Do you have a volunteer who will come my way to walk my dog? I cannot say how much it would mean, for I'm 80 today. Someone called and said simply, I have no food for my pet. My food stamps don't qualify, and my check isn't here yet. Don't worry, I said. We'll be happy to share what donors have given us. We'll be right there. A woman called and begged us to take 2 mother cats and 8 kittens she found by the lake. Before I said yes, I whispered a prayer. To help with the bills, Lord, please urge people who care. A 60-year-old lady whose future seemed dark, out of work, cat and carrier, she lived in the park. A policeman tried to help her find shelter and hope, but till her cat was safe, she couldn't begin to cope. He sent her to us. We took her friend of fine fur and promised the lady we'd keep him for her. Please help me. I'm calling you now because under my porch I hear desperate meows. I think a mom cat and kittens are trapped somehow. The cold rain and wind will kill them, I fear. I'm in a wheelchair, so I need your help here. It's just 9 a.m. on a typical day. I look at our house in sad disarray. Our cats have been fed because we started at 4, but to do the dishes and litter boxes and scrub every floor, special diets, medications, daily tasks galore, how we need volunteers to cover each chore. I felt soft fur against my leg. I looked to see her precious eyes beg. Yes, my 24-karat gold, I said. I know you need to be specially fed. and given fluids and insulin and all your meds. For 14 years, we've loved each other, ever since I rescued your wounded mother and you were born crippled, the color of gold, more precious to me than can ever be told. Unadoptable, handicapped, feral, too shy, wouldn't it be better to let such cats die? So speak the folks who are missing the thrill of each unique life. We promise no kill. These cats are our greatest blessings, it's clear, as we see in their eyes trust replace fear. Lord, send us more sponsors to support them each year. I could barely hear the labored voice on the telephone line. Come take my cat, I know it's my time. I should call 911, but I will not go if my dear cat is left behind, you know? Please love her and help her mourning to cease. That's the only way I can rest in peace. We jumped in the car and away we sped. Yes, in her home we found the dear lady dead. Bootsy looked up and walked our way. 19 years old, she's with us to stay. To each person touched by an animal, it's clear. God's message, unconditional love makes life's meaning more dear. To honor that bond, to rejoice in that truth is why we are here. But we need to be touched by angels like you to enable us to continue the work that we do. For people, for animals, for a gentler society too. To respond to each need, we want to be there. Please help us to help them. Please show that you care. A special feature of our annual November Thanksgiving benefit is the surprise presentation of our Caring Award to a special person who devotes much time and effort to helping animals. This year, we are awarding it to Maynard Gonzalez, who continuously gives so much love and patient care to each and all of the kitties and cats brought to us. Many are the times I have called Maynard late at night to ask if he can meet a rescuer bringing kittens or a pregnant cat to our house and settle the frightened little animal into a cage with fresh bedding, food, water, soft music, and reassurance. One such kitten recently was found huddled next to a gas station pump, obviously not a safe place, eyes big with fear and pain, as a customer picked him up to find his front paw raw and burned. The woman called several places, none of which answered, until she reached me in my Deerfield office, nowhere close to our home. I woke Maynard, who said, "Of course I will meet her and the kitten and try to make it comfortable until we can see our vet tomorrow." This sudden after-hours need has been repeated many times over the past months, and Maynard has always been there enthusiastically to answer my calls. Thank you, Maynard. We love you and appreciate you, and so do the many, many cats and kittens and people you are always so willing to help. You are surely a caring person and deserve this special award.
My name is Susan Buzzo, and I'm Director of Operations. We have a wonderful team right now. Everybody communicates very well, and we kind of know what each other needs in the house. And I could walk in the morning and say, "How is everything?" And they know what I mean. They right away let me know if somebody doesn't, this one isn't feeling well, this one didn't eat well, this one isn't doing the best, or they're doing fantastic and everybody's fine and playing and getting in the way. And watch where you step because somebody's going to be underfoot. And it's good communication between all of us. When all this happened with the pandemic, Maynard was here, I would say about 6 months. And he was commuting back and forth from his apartment to here. And all this happened, and then all of a sudden they said everything was being shut down. I panicked because I needed somebody here to help clean and take care of things. And he was my guy. 4 days a week, he was here. Maria's been with us for about 2 months now, and is another one that was like God sent. She's an excellent cleaner. and she's willing to help and do anything that we need. We have a booth at the Family Pet Expo, and it's a 4-day event. We load the truck up here, and we go there, and we have a bunch of stuff that we bring up there, and I have volunteers come, and we try to make it as friendly and as nice as possible. And we have a good time. Yeah. We really have a good time there. Meet a lot of different people. Meet a lot of people that are interested in what we do, especially with the elderly and people in need. Touched by an Animal would be the best place to come to adopt, because we really know our cats. We know their personalities. We know if they're a little shyer, if somebody wants a Velcro cat, that one that's on your lap all the time. We know which cats they are. If you want to help us out, go to our website, touchedbyanimal.org, to donate or volunteer.
My name is Chet Rocha, and my involvement started about 3 years ago with Touched by an Animal. I started volunteering mainly, and I began helping those who were working here. I did things like just socializing with the animals and helping with the cleaning process. And that's what led to my more involvement as time went by. So the way I found out about Touched by an Animal is really interesting. I was walking in front of the house, going to my car, and I saw cats on the windows. And so every time I would come back home or walk in front of the house, I would see a lot of cats hanging out on the window. And so that led me to ask questions like, why are there so many cats in there? And so I reached out to the organization and asked about them, and to my surprise, came to find out that it was a place where they take care of cats, where they receive cats. So that sparked interest in me initially, and instantly, because I'm a cat person myself. I was mainly caring for the cats. I was coming by to visit them, to groom them, and just to help out whoever was working here. So I would help in the cleaning process, and eventually that led to other things and just increased my involvement. So I noticed that the cat trees could be better, and that there should be ways to clean them easier. And so I decided to make a tree that would be easier for those who work here to clean, and also for the cats to enjoy. And I have 2 cats of my own. Eventually I came to know more cats here and ended up adopting 2 more, Layla and Skitsy. Well, my cats are wonderful. You know, having animals in your life makes a big difference, and they are full of character, they're full of love. So the reason I continue to volunteer is because I know of the need to help animals, and I really think it's important for us to make a difference in the lives of so many animals.
Touched by an Animal may help you. This is Melanie. Okay, so you're looking to adopt a cat or a kitten? Okay, can you tell me, do you have any other pets? Alright, and what is your housing situation? Are you in a house or apartment? What kind of space do you have?
My name is Melanie Schoendorf, and I am the Chief of Staff, Volunteer Coordinator, Adoption Counselor, Administrative Assistant. I kind of keep an eye on all cats that are here, checking them out every day, making sure they're healthy, they're happy, what's going on with them. We get a lot of calls a day for a variety of issues. Some people who need us to take a cat, or some people looking to adopt a cat. We get people who need help with food. The kittens come in if they've had no mothers. We take care of some of the cats who maybe are on hospice, who have cancer, and they just want to live out the rest of their life quietly and have love. There are no typical days here. Every day is a different day. You might come and expect it to be very quiet, and you're just going to do paperwork, and everyone's going to cooperate, and everything falls apart. Somebody comes in with an emergency cat that they found that needs immediate care, or somebody's sick that you had no idea that they were sick. There's always something different about each day. Well, it isn't like a typical job where you go to work and you see different people every day, but I do get to come and see all of the cats every day, and there's definitely a tougher side to the job, and it does break your heart when you lose an animal for any reason, whether it's old or a kitten that was very sick. but when you make a big difference in their lives, that's what keeps you coming back, because there's that next one that just needs that same touch that you hope that you can push all the way through, and you can get them to that, you know, other side where they get that special love from a family. That's what makes it worthwhile. I've always been a huge animal lover from the minute I was a tiny tot. I had a ton of animals, and I love being around them, and they give you such a happy feeling when you come in and they greet you at the door. Usually I have a horde of them come and, you know, meet me every morning. So it makes you happy when you come in, and you know when you find them a good home or you get them the care that they need. It just gives you a really good feeling.
My name is Minor Gonzalez. My job pretty much is cleaning, you know, and pay attention to the cats. That, you know, that some of them like to be touched, and some of them that doesn't like to be touched. That's just, for me, it's a blessing to be around the cats today. In the beginning, I didn't want to come, you know, but I love it. You know, when I came to America, I was like, wow, it's another world. I love to be here. My grandmother, when I was a kid, she always showed me how to respect the cats. I'm a recovery alcoholic, and you know, since I came to this house, I've been clean. Working with animals is like, it's unbelievable. You can come naked. They don't even care who you are. They don't even care how you look like. Yeah. They just care about the way you be touched. Just to have that someone in your hands, you know, holding is the best thing. Yeah. So that's the nice thing about this place. Like you say, the cat will never gonna judge me. Yeah. But the only thing I know, they can feel my pain sometimes. I adopted a cat today. Her name is Jelly Bean. I remember when she came, she was a little one, and she was adopted already. And Melanie said, I'm sorry, the cat being adopted. I said, yeah, that's my cat. And things happened for a reason, because when she had to go to be sprayed, she was pregnant. Jelly Bean is a special cat for me. Wow. She liked to play with me in her own time. She want to be the boss. And I tried to teach her I'm the boss. So we want to be the boss. So sometimes we fight, but our fight is not hurting each other. Yeah. We understand each other. Yeah. We understand totally each other. Just come to see our cats. That will find you, and that will change your life.
Hi, I'm Kathy Hilton. I'm a volunteer here and a board member at Touched by an Animal, Cats Are Persons too. Okay, I think volunteering is important because not only are you being beneficial to the cats and trying to find a new home, but you know, it's kind of soothing for the person too. Because I like coming here because I like to help the cats and play with them, and we're also helping people too. So it's a kind of a bonus when you know you're doing good for everybody. I've been keeping records of the cats in a book, and ever since I went through all the files and wrote down all the cats and everything, and when they arrived, when they were adopted. So I've been keeping that up. And I also do the dishes and fold laundry and things like that. I like working with Mary John because she's the kind of person that gets things done, and she's very interesting too. I think it's her love of cats and people, and she just likes to see the bond between people and animals. I love cats. I mean, they're gorgeous creatures, and yeah, they've always been part of my life, so yeah. I think it's important that you have something in your life because it gives you a bit of responsibility and, you know, love, and they give it right back to you. Okay, whilst I was here a couple of years ago, I created a rap song, and I'll give it to you. It goes, we're touched by an animal, cats a person too, and say, have we got a nice kitty for you? We've got young ones, old ones, many in between. Come to our house where they've got to be seen. Brush them, pet them, just feel their fur. Maybe you could even get one to purr. A house ain't a home without a cat on your lap. And this is the end of my funky cat rap. I think Touched by an Animal, Cats Are Persons Too is a great organization to volunteer for. And we need people to help and come play with the cats. We need help at benefits and our other activities. So, I mean, it's worthwhile for everybody.
My name is Scotty Andrews. I'm the grant writer and research assistant here at Touched by an Animal. I was hired as a cat caretaker at first. I did that for 2 years, And then I kind of decided, well, maybe I need to get back to my IT roots again. So I decided they needed a grant writer and they needed somebody to help with graphic arts. Working here at Touched by an Animal, I'm amazed at what we accomplished with the limited amount of resources. Because of COVID-19, grants are very competitive and they're very scarce. To write a grant, you have to be very organized. You have to be punctual. You have to be perfect. You have to use perfect grammar. You want to be short, but you want to be to the point. Each grant is unique. You have to basically tailor grants to meet the needs of the grantor. You can't use the same grant over and over again. It's amazing to work with Mary John, to see all the good we do, the people and animals that we help, and just how we take care of these animals. Krakow is one of the cats that I fell in love with immediately at Touched by an Animal. We always have had a close bond. He was constantly in my lap when I was here. And when he was actually dumped once because the owner couldn't handle his medical problems. Right now I'm fostering him, but I think he's going to be a keeper. He's just the sweetest little cat, and I'm honored to love and take care of him. I personally have truly been touched by these animals. We are small, but the impact we make is enormous. We're one of the only organizations in Chicago that does what we do. Other people come to us desperate, having no one else to help them. And that's why we're here. We're here to help the most desperate, vulnerable people in the city of Chicago with their companion animals. For more information, please visit our website, www.touchedbyananimal.org.
I look at their faces, each so unique, so beautiful, so sensitive, each a kaleidoscopic piece of the image and likeness of our Creator. I see in their eyes a depth, a story, a quest, a teasing revelation of the mystery of life. I hear their voices gently purring, cooing, silently entreating, testing, loudly communicating the need to trust. I touch their bodies, soft and warm, vulnerable and protective of hearts beating with unconditional love. Who are you? What memories, hopes, fears frame your inner soul? Why do we meet at this time and place? Suddenly I am jolted by a realization. While I am looking into their eyes, they are gazing into mine. Do they see what I see? Do their questions echo mine? Do I reflect the image and likeness of our Creator, loving, giving, and kind? Do they hear truth in my voice when I tell them they matter to me? Can they believe I respect who they are, unique and beautiful and priceless? We are touched by animals as little messengers of God, and I have found that over these 37 years to be so true. Each one looks at me and is a part of the created in the image and likeness of God. And for the blessing of you who are thinking of us now, you who are sharing in our virtual, very real Thanksgiving, you who have been and are still sustaining our work, our mission, our cats, our continued future, and especially now throughout the extreme challenges of this 2020 pandemic. The irony of 2020 is that we have not been able to hold the usual annual fundraisers that carry us through our seasons. We have taken in far more cats and kittens and responded to more people in sudden, desperate need than ever before. To date, this year, our kitten nursery has been a happy playground for almost 100 growing, bouncing youngsters, while the birthing cages protected a dozen nurturing mom cats and their broods, and injured and special needs cats recovered in our small isolation room. Meanwhile, our longtime feline residents, boarders, and socialized newcomers enjoy their favorite spots as they roam our 2-story house and screened-in catio. With just 2 staff persons a day and 2 working at home with communications, administrations, and balancing finances, Can you imagine the costs involved? We really need and appreciate your help now more than ever. Please think about the great benefit of your donation now. Give it in thanksgiving for the animals who have touched your life and the greater number we can help with the help you send us. Remember, donations, especially monthly, provide the vet care, food, and supplies continuously needed. Adoptions give us space in our home to take in another cat. Networking brings us new friends, donors, supporters. Please refer people to touchedbyanimal.org website and share our newsletters and stories. Let's celebrate together Touched by an Animal's burgeoning pandemic of gratitude, caring, kindness, generosity, thankfulness, and blessings. Thank you, and happy Thanksgiving. For more information about what we are doing today at Touched by an Animal, what makes our organization so unique and so needed, please visit touchedbyanimal.org.